One thing that I would say is that this society has changed. They've embraced learning.
Okay.
You can see the attitude of people. There's no hostility. Why is it that there's no hostility in Somaliland?
English remains a primary goal for many students here in the Republic of Somaliland.
Yes.
And what specific advice will you give to students across the Republic of Somaliland struggling with the English language?
Okay. In the classroom, you'd find in between the discussion, a learner would raise up the hand up straight, pointing at the learner. You think the learner wants to give answer. Say, teacher, Suliga, Suliga.
Suliga. What advice will you give to public and private institutions and other stakeholders to enhance education here in the Republic of Somaliland?
Because at times you find somebody is teaching English and you're explaining in Somali. Are you helping the person?
No.
It's in English,
Yeah.
but your explanation is in Somali.
Yeah.
And actually, if you're being taught by somebody who does not understand Somali.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good evening and welcome to Sub English News. Education is the pillar of every developing nation, and tonight we are exploring the journey of the education sector here in the Republic of Somaliland. To help us navigate this topic, we are honored to have a special guest in the studio. Mr. Peter Olo is an experienced educator who has dedicated over a decade of his career to teaching right here in the Republic of Somaliland. Mr. Olo, we are truly glad to have you on the show this evening. To start off, sir, for the benefit of those watching our show tonight, could you please introduce yourself and tell our viewers a bit more about yourself?
Thank you very much. Hello, viewers. As you've been told, I'm Mr. Peter Olo, a teacher by profession, a Kenyan by birth, and currently a Somalilander. It's my second home, for I've been here for quite some time.
It is quite a milestone to work in a foreign country for over 10 years. Looking back to the day you first landed here in Somaliland, what is the main difference to the life here in Somaliland and the environment and everything compared to now?
Yeah, thank you very much. That question, Mr. Abdi, is very interesting.
Okay.
And it brings back some nostalgia.
Okay.
A decade ago, when I landed here,
Okay.
the journey was very interesting in that the current airport wasn't there. There was only one functional airport, that was Berbera. So we had to land there. After that, we would take a bus, whereby we have 3 hours drive, nothing seen, you would only see the mountains. So we were wondering, where are we going?
Okay.
Until when we reached the city center, where the African Express
Okay.
offices are,
Okay.
we breathed a sigh of relief. In short, I can say we had quite a number of interesting challenges we experienced here.
Okay.
Number one was language barrier, being a foreign institution, country, and
It was difficult for you to communicate and for the other ones to understand you.
actually, those who didn't know English at all, it was very difficult. There was a language barrier. So at times you just try to guess what you're being told by the learners.
And then you were also speaking in sign languages.
Sign language. At times in the classroom you'd find in between the discussion, a learner would raise up the hand up straight, pointing at the learner. You think the learner wants to give answer. Say, teacher, Suliga, Suliga.
Suliga.
So that was the first vocabulary we developed when we came here, Suli, toilet.
Toilet. Okay.
So there was a bit of that language barrier.
Okay.
One thing that I would say is that this society has changed. They've embraced learning.
Okay.
You can see the attitude of people. There's no hostility. Why is it that there's no hostility in Somaliland? So things have changed, whether it has rained or not. People must go to school because the roads are well done currently. Otherwise, those days we just look at the sky.
When, for example, it was a rainy day,
Yes.
they were told to stay at home.
Definitely, the word goes round and everybody will sleep.
Okay.
The other thing was the culture.
Okay.
It was a totally different culture set up, whereby there are certain things, there are do's and don'ts.
Okay.
But thank God, we got some orientation as we came in. You told, don't do this, don't do that.
Okay.
And with time, we really adjusted.
You've clearly seen the country grow, focusing on your area of expertise, the classroom. A lot has changed in education sector since you arrived. From your perspective on the ground, what are the most significant changes that you have observed as a teacher?
Okay, there are quite a number of changes that I've observed within the learning institutions and also the city or the country at large.
Okay.
For instance, when we came initially, there was a big challenge in terms of emotional intelligence of learners. But currently, you find that most teachers have adjusted and they understand how.
And the students also have coped.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah. The other thing is that we've seen quite a number of things based on the strategies the ministry have deployed. For instance, quite a number of kids are now school going. Because if you walk around, you find there are quite a number of schools that have been built by the government.
Yeah.
So it means the education has become accessible in general. The other thing is that the quality of education has improved in terms of resources.
In terms of resources?
Yes.
The books
and other facilities.
And other facilities.
Because when we came, textbook was a nightmare. Most textbooks used to come across, and especially used by the private schools.
And only the teacher had the textbook?
The textbook.
Okay.
Okay, there were also Somali textbooks in Somali language, and these were mainly in public schools.
Okay.
Yes. So in that area now, the curriculum is well done because the materials are available.
Okay. At HEMA and such
HEMA has done a good job in terms of that. There are other team players that are joining now, but it's a milestone. So quality of education has improved. The other thing that I would say, which I observed, is management of the education in this country.
The management sector.
The sector.
Okay.
The strategy has really improved. Why? There are clear orders and guidelines from the ministry. For instance, the term dates. Things used to be that you'd close at any time. So, okay, those guys are closing on 5th. What about you on 10th? 14th. Now things are different.
They're doing it at the same time.
Correct.
Okay.
Starting at the same, irrespective. Private.
The exams are also set at the same time.
Exactly.
Holidays are at the same time.
Yes.
Okay.
So in that area, I think we give a plus to the ministry and the organizers. The other thing that I would say, my own observation, they've tried to balance the gender, to bridge the gap. Because when we came, you'd find the girl child used to struggle a lot. They would have some small polythene papers. This is what they call bar. Bar with 3 exercise books. Okay. In the evenings, the boys would be under trees. The young ones, others would play football. Okay. But right now, things are quite different in terms of that. Okay. And I believe that has also been done up to the rural areas. They are trying to bridge the gap, the disparities between rural and the urban. Because this national exam is done.
The development is actually gradual, but it's there.
Steady.
Okay.
Lastly, on the changes, I've also observed there is the expansion of higher education institutions. There are quite a number that are coming up, which include the TVET. There's an increase in both private and public. For instance, around Hodhan Hills, there's an institution there, the Undlu schools. Yes, they have a technical part that deals with the electrical installations, the solar system, the solar panels and other things. And I've seen learners who come there.
It's very important in this day life to have a skill other than a degree.
Yes, yes. Degree is paper.
Yeah.
Skill is here. Yeah. And it actually changes the person.
Yeah.
So I've seen, that is something that I've witnessed, and I'm sure maybe one day people will come to confirm the graduates from there are actually in the market, and some are very senior.
Okay.
So that is a plus among the changes that I've observed.
That's very interesting observation. And we also know now many students in our country have spent years learning from international staffs.
Yes.
In your opinion, what is the unique difference between a student learning from a local teacher and versus learning from a Kenyan educator or a foreign teacher?
Yes, that's a very interesting question.
Yeah.
A teacher is a teacher. The difference that comes in whether he's a competent teacher or a dynamic teacher.
Okay.
Yes. What's the difference between a competent teacher and a dynamic teacher?
Okay, what's the difference? Please tell
Yes.
us, Mr. Olo.
A competent teacher can delivers the lessons accordingly, but you find they hardly relate the environment. They hardly relate the environment to the learning situation. For example, a science teacher walks into classroom, the classroom door keeps on making noise as he walks in and out. That teacher teaches and goes away. Perhaps what I would say is that those who are in this sector should take advantage of presence of the foreign teachers here, so that they get to learn more. It actually raises the curiosity. When you talk to these learners, you find the foreign teachers have better control of these learners. Why? Number one, there's a challenge here in terms of emotions. Most of our learners here have emotional deficiency.
Okay.
And perhaps some of the educators at times go out of their way. So majority of the foreign teachers, they have patience. Yeah?
Okay.
Number two, they also help to enhance language, the communication.
The language sector.
The language sector.
Okay.
Why? The learners here, some understand very well that this human being does not understand Somali.
Okay.
So in case of a dispute, you find that the learner tries to, they appear before the teacher who is now acting as a judge. But due to communication barrier, you find that the learner tries to figure out what can I use to defend myself. To an extent, at times they use actions. Teacher, you see, this
Use
one.
sign language.
Yes, this one.
Yeah.
Like this.
Beat me.
Yes, fed, this one.
Fed.
This one. Then the other one would also say, no, not me.
Yeah.
This one, fast. Started, this one started. So in the process, you find that their vocabularies, they learn and they appreciate.
Okay.
And the other thing is the foreign teachers, they try to interact. They bring some unique social interaction.
Okay.
Because if you're told, somebody talks about a Kenyan, they just try to imagine, how do they look like? Are they normal people?
Yeah. How do they communicate, for example?
Exactly.
Okay.
You see?
Yeah.
It brings out that thing clearly. But again, you find that the foreign teachers, perhaps who found themselves here, it was an idea. There were people here who were taking their kids across. Those who could afford.
They were taking their kids to other countries.
Other countries.
For example, taking them to Kenya.
To Kenya.
For education.
Exactly.
For example.
Yes.
Okay.
So one brilliant man in this country said, how about if we bring teachers from there to come and handle these ones and also help the entire community?
Actually, it was easier for them to bring teachers here.
Exactly.
Instead of many students going
there, because not many could afford. That was the essence of these human beings here.
Okay.
Yes. And that's why those who are here, they should be encouraged. The local teachers or any local person who has interest in this sector should take that advantage. Yes. But I thank God the government has been very supportive on this. There's been a lot of peace. And even the parents and learners, very cooperative here.
Thank you very much, Mr. Olo. On to our next question. And one of the biggest reasons for international exchange is language.
Yes.
English remains a primary goal for many students here in the Republic of Somaliland.
Yes.
And what specific advice will you give to students across the Republic of Somaliland struggling with the English language?
Okay. From my experience, in English language, the four skills, the writing, the speaking, reading, and listening.
Listening, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Writing and reading is not a major challenge here.
Yes, but the main problem I think in the Republic of Somaliland is speaking and listening on the other side, which is not a bigger problem than speaking here.
Yes, you know, before you speak, you must listen and try to internalize what could this person be talking about. Because you cannot answer unless you understand what the person is asking you. So, one thing that I think led to this is the method of the methodology that is applied to teach English in certain institutions. Okay. It is chalk, board. They keep on writing. The teacher feels the board, rubs.
So what you're saying basically is they don't give the students the time to speak.
It should be interactive.
It should be interactive between the
It should
teacher.
be child-centered, yes.
Yeah, between the teacher and the student, or students between
Exactly,
themselves.
yes. Because at times you find somebody is teaching English and you're explaining in Somali. Are you helping the person?
No.
It's in English,
Yeah.
but your explanation is in Somali. And actually, if you're being taught by somebody who does not understand Somali, you try to understand the person as much as you can. But if they know you can interpret this thing in Somali, they give less emphasis on their part. Because they know, after all, this guy will translate this thing in our language.
And also there is a difference between having knowledge and if you have knowledge and you don't have any way of conveying it.
Exactly.
It's a problem.
It's a problem.
And the students also should not be afraid of their teachers. That is the main problem here.
Yes.
Yeah?
And they should be encouraged. Because what happens is that maybe you're from a lesson. It was English lesson.
Okay.
But as soon as they walk out, that was the end of the English lesson, they pick on the other one.
Okay.
And even those people who can communicate in English, they should also help. Because you find when they meet maybe 2-3 people somewhere, they converge. They switch to vernacular. You see? Okay. So the learners should try, and they should not be shy. Let them try to communicate.
You should make as much mistakes as you can.
The better for you.
Yeah.
The better for you.
Okay.
Yes. Because as you do that, you improve or increase your vocabulary. Vocabulary is any word that you know in a certain language.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Beyond just language, Mr. Olo, there is a structure of what is being taught.
Yes.
Having experienced both systems, the one in Kenya, and you've been here also for like over a decade.
Yes.
What is the difference between the Kenyan syllabus and the Somaliland syllabus that we have here?
Okay.
Yeah.
The difference basically is not major. However, the foundation of the initial, the Somaliland, it's primarily based on national and regional history that deals with also with Islamic studies, and it is conveyed in English or the Somali language. Okay. Whereas in Kenya, it is the CBC, the current curriculum of the syllabus.
They change the syllabus to CBC.
To CBC. Okay. That is competence-based.
Okay.
But again, there's a difference between syllabus and curriculum.
Okay.
There's a difference between syllabus and curriculum.
Okay.
Syllabus.
What is a syllabus and what is a curriculum?
What is a curriculum?
Okay.
Yes.
That is a big question.
It's a big question.
Okay.
Syllabus is a descriptive short-term plan.
For example,
that
for
single
a specific class.
Specific subject prepared by the instructors. Okay, that is not lesson plan, because from the syllabus they derive the lesson plan and the notes. You see?
Yeah. The yearly plan, the weekly plan.
Exactly. Okay. And the curriculum is broad. It is a comprehensive long-term plan prepared by specific institutions. For instance, in Kenya we have KICD, which used to be KIE, sometime Kenya Institute of Education. Okay. Now it is KICD. Okay. But I think here the ministry has also done a good job. They're doing that. So the system that we have here, we have the 2-8-4-4. Yeah.
That's 2 in kindergarten.
2 years in pre-primary.
Okay.
Then the 8 years in the primary part.
Primary part.
Which is also divided into 2. Okay. There's the lower primary and the upper. Yeah. And I think that is the criteria that was used when giving them uniform. Yeah. Because if you observe, there are some who are in brown.
The lower are in brown, and then the upper are in
maroon. Maroon.
The yes, green one is for the kindergarten.
Exactly. Okay. And then we have the tertiary institutions, which the universities and the TVETs. Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's where there should be a lot of emphasis on that.
Okay. On a similar note, Mr. Olo, many people notice differences in early development. Students in Kenya start speaking English at such an earlier age.
Yes.
So, and why do you think the Kenyan students often begin speaking English at such earlier age compared to the students here in the Republic of Somaliland?
Okay, thank you. It's a good question, and there are certain reasons why. One of the factors that creates this difference, you find that the level of literacy in a society, whereby you find the parents put a lot of emphasis in English language. Secondly, the composition of the populace dictates so many things. Okay. Whereby in Somaliland, we are all Somalis. All of us. We are all Somalis. We all speak Somali. We can only talk of maybe Ogaden and this, but the same language.
Compared to Kenya, where we have at least 54. Is it 54 or 40?
46.
46.
Yes.
46 different tribes and different languages.
Exactly. Okay. Because we have the Bantu, we have the Nilotes, we have the Kushites.
The Kushites. Those are the three main sectors.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And also we also have the Indian community.
The Indian community.
So tell me, which language are you going to speak when your desk mate is an Indian?
They have to have a common language.
Exactly.
Okay.
This one is a Somali. This one is a Luo. The other one is Kikuyu. So there must be a common ground. Yeah. Okay? So that's why we have the Swahili. It's not Swahili, it is Kiswahili.
Yeah, that's the main. For people here, they know as the Somalis who come from Kenya. Yeah. They know them as Sichui.
Swahili. Yeah.
No, first they know them as Sichui. Those are the Somalis who are from there. And for the other tribes who come from there, we have a lot of teachers here and a lot of other expertise. They know them as Swahili.
Yes.
Yeah? Yes. Mr. Olo, what is the difference between Swahili and Kiswahili?
Swahili is a community.
A community of people?
Of people found along the coast.
The Mombasa area.
The Mombasa area. You know, Mombasa is very popular among the coastal towns. Okay. These people, they came up as an interaction between the Arabs and the local Africans who were there, or their way to Zanzibar during the slave trade.
During the slave trade,
yeah. Yes. Okay. So that interaction brought up the Swahili aspect.
Okay. So their culture.
Their culture. So Swahili is a community. In Kenya.
Thank you very much.
And Kiswahili is the language. And by the way, the Swahilis, they are light-skinned like Yemeni. They're light-skinned like Yemeni.
They are light-skinned. And they also have Arabic culture in them.
Absolutely.
And what is Kiswahili then?
Kiswahili is the language spoken by these people. Okay. And the East Africa adopted that. Okay. So Kenya, we have the Kiswahili and English.
So Kiswahili is the second national language?
Yes.
Or the first?
No, second.
Okay.
First is English.
First is English.
And then Kiswahili.
So I think that is the main reason why students there start speaking English at such an earlier age.
Yes.
Compared to here in Somaliland, whereby Somali is the first language, and then I think Arabic is the second language here in the Republic of Somaliland. And lastly, I think English is the third national language here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think the other factor is the reading material and reading culture.
Okay.
Here, if you walk around, apart from the bookshops, it is not very easy to come across reading material.
Okay.
Even in Somali, at least, thank God, nowadays I see some guys walking around with some newspapers printed in Somali. There's a time I bought some, which is a good thing. It should be encouraged. By the way, when it comes to reading, Africans have a problem. Have you ever seen a demonstration anywhere in the world where they've broken into a bookshop?
No.
They don't. So that reading culture is very important. It should be inculcated in people. Yes.
Most of the books here we have, they are written in Somali language. And we've seen a lot of places whereby books are being launched by prominent people here, by public figures here, and also the other people.
Yes.
And I think it's every Friday, if not twice a month, there is a new book that comes up in the Republic of Somaliland. So people here read, but they read in Somali.
Yes.
Yeah. And for them to read in English, they need translation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. And also they should have some simple storybooks. Like there are some simple and interesting storybooks that were written by Bilal Phillips.
Bilal Phillips.
Yes. If we can have many other authors writing the same, it would actually enhance the level of reading. But again, they should be encouraged to read both Somali and English, because once you have the reading habit, reading culture, you read Somali, you read Arabic and English.
It becomes a hobby.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, we have covered a lot of ground today, Mr. Olo. And to wrap up our conversation, I'd like to ask your professional big picture view. Your professional big picture view as an experienced educator. What advice will you give to public and private institutions and other stakeholders to enhance education here in the Republic of Somaliland?
Okay, thank you. That's a good question, but also very technical.
Okay.
This will be my personal opinion and observation that I've had here. One thing that I would say is that this society has changed. They've embraced learning.
Okay.
You can see the attitude of people. There's no hostility. Why is it that there's no hostility in Somaliland? Somebody who has gone to school.
Civilized people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The reasoning changes. By the way, when we came initially, most things were being done by the elderly people. So I used to wonder, how comes it's only the elderly guys who are on even the traffic guys? There used to be elderly people who could talk to you in English very well, whereas the young people, there was a big disparity. However, things have changed now.
Okay.
Most of the young people.
How have things changed at the moment? How have they changed?
Currently, it is not a big challenge now, because almost 80% of people can communicate well, especially the young people. Yes. So some of the things that perhaps I would say very, very fast as we wind up, perhaps number one, ask the entire populace to embrace education, because that is the equalizer. That is what brings on board a child of a poor person and a rich person. That is the standard. Education. Because in a classroom, they don't look at your background.
They look at what you are.
Whether you slept in a cave or you're in a mansion, you're now in a classroom setup. So that is an equalizer, number one. So the government and other stakeholders should support this sector very much, and perhaps do a lot of funding. As infrastructure, the way they are doing, they should pump more money, build more schools, because the more schools, the better, because education becomes accessible. Number two, they should also have teacher training and recruitment programs. It would be important for them because many would be absorbed in the process. The other thing is that the ministry should also organize workshops and trainings for teachers. Since I came, I've never witnessed any, but it would be important.
I think they are there,
but perhaps they're being done silently.
It's for the public institutions.
Public institutions, you're right.
Yeah.
So they should add more of that because it will bring a lot of light. Curriculum development, they should try and check then the materials, the printings, were they done correctly? Is it within the scope of the learners?
Where they can improve.
Exactly. There's one thing I would like to point out when it comes to curriculum development. The ministry is doing a good job. Why? When we came here initially, the admission criteria used to be very tricky. You find somebody who is 14, but is in grade 3 or 4. But now you find that the setup is done in a very organized way where you find their age mates. You see, if you have a class whose ages are of same level, even the scope of learning becomes even. So the curriculum that they have, perhaps in future, they should have focus on that again. Emphasis should be done on higher education, learning and growth, as they are doing. That is a plus for them, but more effort. Equity, they should try and have urban-rural disparities. They narrow the gap. What children in rural areas are enjoying, what is happening here should also happen there. Exactly. Yes, and also lay more emphasis on girl child as they are doing. Very good. I would also suggest the integration of early childhood into some of the institutions, like the Mal Ahmad, the Quranic Mal Ahmad.
I see you're getting a lot of Somali vocabulary. As you've been here for a long time.
Yes. It's true. Actually, when people speak Somali, I'm very comfortable. Very, very comfortable.
You kind of understand the Somali language?
Yes. Very well. So that integration, I would suggest it happens. The governance, that is in general public in terms of education and technical capacity. As I said earlier, they should put more emphasis on the TVET's technical training. Yes, because it will absorb many youth. By the way, youth can be a blessing or a curse to a society.
According to what they're doing.
Exactly. They can be a problem, but they can also be a blessing. So the TVETs or the technical capacities, when that is improved, it will help them, and also improving the national exams in terms of that, the governance and how it is done. They're doing a good job, but they should do better. There's room for improvement.
There's always room for improvement.
Last but not least, the stakeholders and the ministry, they should try and look at way of improving educational areas in terms of visits, like historic sites. What I mean is that
the trips,
taking children here for a trip is very tricky. Why?
And not just a trip, but I think a learning trip.
Education trip, that's what I'm saying. I thank God there's the museum doing a good job because outside environment, they feel good. You see, there's a fire station, and is there any other? No,
fire station, and they think so. There is some other artificial and natural resources.
Exactly. But if more is expanded on this, it would really help in enhancing education. Otherwise, so far, so good.
Okay, Mr. Olo, you also talked about, we are wrapping up, but there was a point you talked about technical skills.
Yes.
Yeah.
The emphasis should be placed on technical skills. And I gave you an example of an institution, there's a private institution in Northern Hills.
Northern Hills.
Known as Undulus. Undulus Technical.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Undulus is a historic name.
A historic name.
Undulus was the former
name of Spain.
Yes, former name of Spain.
Spain, yeah? If I'm right.
You are correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, if we have more of those in different parts, dealing with different things,
okay,
the joinery, the plumbing, and other things, at least you'll find that there'll be a lot of skills within the society. And that one will help to curb the unemployment rates. Yeah. Because someone says, I'm jobless. Jobless, what can you do? No skill. You see,
what can you do is, another word we can say, what skill do you have?
What skill do you have?
Yeah.
Can you replace this bulb? No.
As we know that a skill that you learn today is for life.
That's an
investment.
Have
that skill for life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. So that area would be very important, and it will help enhancing the growth and development of the entire country.
Thank you very much, Mr. Peter Olo, for sharing your time and your decade of wisdom here at SAB English. It has been an enlightening conversation here with Mr. Peter Olo. Thank you very much for joining us here at SAB. We hope this conversation sparks further dialogue on how we can continue to improve our schools and support our students here in the Republic of Somaliland. Have a wonderful evening to all of you.